What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. The final review over the Kizer Mini Mystic. I thought this thing was this variation was up my alley because I really like the clear acrylic and the silver aluminum. Thought it looked pretty cool, like especially with the blade obviously being satin and just the overall look and aesthetics of it. I thought it all went together very well, and it is a Paul Munko design, but not bad. Definitely affordable, budget friendly. Um, that's what I like about Kizer. They make a lot of budget-friendly knives for everybody. And that it has Nitro V steel right there. Let me show it. There you go. And obviously it says Mini Mystic on it. And there's the Paul Munko design. Yeah, they make a lot of great knives off, budget-friendly knives. You get the Kizer little name right there. Knife, obviously Nitro V. Clip point blade right there with a little harpoon ramp right there. Super cool. Love the harpoon ramps. I really do like those. I'll talk about that here in a second, but it's got a flat grind on it with a satin finish. One thing I thought, okay, this one thing that would make the knife better, I'm going to go ahead and talk about it, is the jimping, obviously. Jimping's not bad, but for me, it's not really in a place where I can use it. Because this is where my thumb naturally rests, right there on top of the bump. So it doesn't feel quite right to me. I love the jimping though. It feels good, just not in the right place. And then I feel like the harpoon ramp is just a little bit out there. A little too far. Not bad. I can still use it pretty well. I think if it was brought back a little bit, I think that's what would help me out quite a bit. I mean, like that's that much for me. Like I think that would. It's a little bit of a stretch still, but I think that would be good enough for me just to bring it back a little bit. This feels more natural. Like this doesn't feel bad, like I said, but it feels like a stretch for my thumb. But again, that's me. My hands are different than everybody else's. If you got longer fingers, you might have problems. But if you have a little bit longer, you're right in the hot spot. You know what I mean? But if you have like big old hands, this ain't gonna be your knife. Definitely because that jimping, you ain't hitting that. But that's the only real thing I have about this knife that I wish I could improve on. Or a nitpick. I guess you could say nitpick. I'm not trying to say it's a bad knife or anything like that, but that's one thing I would change for myself. What I really like is you got 5 different freaking, there you go, you can see it now. Different holes right there for tension, like for your Omega springs. This is the clutch lock, obviously, also. That's their name for it. So yeah, you have 5 different tensions on it. It's a little bit higher right now, but for me personally, I'd probably have it a little lower. Just my preference and how I like to flick my knife open. But yeah, super dope though. Like it has plenty of tension. I do like how you see everything too. That's what I like. I think that's gnarly. You know what I mean? No? Okay, that's alright. But it's cool. Like you see how the knife works and how it operates, and that's what I like. I thought that was cool. I know they make an acrylic, I think, drop bear also, which that would be even cooler too, because you see everything at that point. Like everything's acrylic. This is aluminum though for the silver part of it, and it is super light. It's milled out on the inside for the liners also. So this knife is very light, very nice though. Nice little backspacer also, aluminum. Little lanyard post right there for you. It is. I already told you clutch lock. Excuse me, sorry. Can't remember. I was gonna say something else, but I can't remember. Pocket clip is reversible, which is nice. I like that. It's not recessed though, but the screws are. And a pocket clip's your normal about Kizer pocket clip. Pretty much the same thing you always get from Kizers. Even on the drop bear right there. There you go. Kizer emblem on there. Screws look like they're T10 almost. Let's check those out real quick. Action on it's pretty easy. It's one thing I will talk about. Reverse flick does great. I'm pretty easy going when it comes to reverse flick. Normally I get it no matter what, except for frame locks, which is why I'm glad they have a thumb stud on this. I can thumb flick it too. Now that's some of my problem when a frame locks, because I always tend to put my finger right here. So with this, it's a clutch lock. I ain't got no problem. I can thumb flick this all day now, which is nice, right? I like it. I'm happy. I'm a happy guy. I'm a happy camper. So the pivot does have the screw on both sides. I've seen a lot of knives I've been checking out lately. They have a pivot cap on one side, then the actual screw on the other, but this one has both. So that is a T8. That is a T8 also, I think. It just looked bigger than the pivot. Yeah. See, but the thing is, that's a bigger screw, like head. So that's why I always think like that looks bigger, or that looks smaller, that looks bigger. But it's not. I don't know why that always gets me. It's an optical illusion. But yeah, they're all T8, T6 for right there, obviously. Yep, T6 are smaller. That's probably smaller. Let's check though. No, that gone, man. That's T6 too. See, I thought this was bigger right here. I'm gonna have to get my eyes checked, y'all. I'm gonna have to get my eyes checked. But it's a cool little knife. I never checked out the regular Mystic. If they have one, I never even looked it up again. Like I talked about in the last video, never checked it out just because I've never even heard of it, so I don't even know if they make it. Maybe they just put mini right there just to say, hey, it's a smaller version, small one. It's a small knife. I know a lot of companies are getting into the mini knives or compact knives, stuff like that. So I wonder if that's why they did it. I don't know. Maybe I should actually look that up, right? It would be a good idea. See, man, I told you I was light, man. 2.9. It's a light one, man. I'm telling you. If you want a great budget knife that's light, there you go. $76, and they have other variations too. Like this was the one that was up my alley that I really liked. I thought it looked really good. They have another couple variations out there. Check them out. Might be more up your alley if this isn't. I just really thought it was cool with the acrylic and the silver. It looks cool. I like it. I dig it. And I just really thought it looked cool, like being able to see everything. You know, so it's different for me. You know what I mean? And I really like the milling. Also, that was cool. They did a great job. Let's see. Yeah, there we are. Looking for the trusty tape measure. Cutting edge, you're looking at 3 inches. Overall, you're looking at 7.5, a little over 7.5 inches. Another thing I kind of noticed was the sharpening, the choil right there. You do have a little bit extra room for sharpen, for a couple sharpens. You look like you won't like flatten it out too bad, so you can get a few in there, I think. I'm not an expert on sharpening knives, but usually I know I've from other channels, like if it goes down a little bit farther, like almost like a straight down, and this way, and it's not so thick right there, you can usually do decent on sharpenings. It looks like this might be one of those. I don't know for sure though. Obviously, I'm not an expert, like I said. I don't sharpen many knives because I found out I'm not good at it. I'm learning, but this would be one I could also like work with because it's more of a budget friendly. I'm not going to try one of my expensive knives. Like I ain't gonna tear that crap up trying to sharpen it. I'll definitely keep practicing on my more budget friendly knives. But not a bad little knife. Not a bad little knife. It's a mini, apparently. See, like this is the raccoon, and they have a mini cub, like a cub raccoon. Like it's the raccoon cub, I think it's called. Or is it raccoon? Or is it called Vosteed Cub? I can't remember. But it's the mini version of this. That's the mini version. Now, okay, now I'm just gonna have to shut my mouth and Google it and see if there's an actual full size version. I'm gonna have to now. Here's a drop bear. It's a little real quick little size comparison for you. Not too bad, right? Yeah, that's all I got though, guys. If you have any questions or comments, let me know in the comment section. If you guys liked the video, leave a thumbs up and have a great rest of your day. All right, thanks.